What's up, Troll Nation? Neil here, headed down to Saginaw. Got a good friend of mine asked me to do a little paint work on his X3. So it's currently at the Side-by-Side Blog World headquarters, and they're doing a little bit of engine work. So we are going to pick up the body panels and carry them up north and give them a little love. Stick around. Alright folks, we have arrived. Side-by-Side Blog World headquarters. There's McMega right over there. Badass truck. So gonna get all set up and we will see you guys inside. Alright guys, we are here. Got most of the tools inside. We are headed inside. There she is. That's what we're taking apart. Stay tuned. Alright guys, it's all taken apart except for this door, and this door's got a little damage on it, and he's got a brand new one coming for it. So we've got all the body off, getting ready to head back north. Next time you'll see this car, we'll be putting the body on it. Well, so far the trip home is going much better than the trip down. As you can see, roads are nice and clear, sun shining. I'll insert a picture right now of what the trip down looked like. So definitely prefer this traveling to that. Alright, pardon the messy shop, but I'm in the middle of like 3 different projects right now. Just finishing up the clutch on the Razor, and doing this in between, getting mad at that. So started pulling off the wrap. Wrap comes off really easy from the textured stuff, and not so easy from the painted stuff. I did have the door unwrapped already, and see if I can get this started. Once you get it started, it's not so bad, but it does leave some glue residue behind that we're going to have to take care of. Actually, this one, I say that, this one's coming off quite clean. just a few spots. I don't know if that's really gonna show up on camera or not, but all in all, not too bad. We're gonna get this razor out of here in the next few minutes, and then we can really set up and get all this stuff peeled off nice. Okay, again, garage is still a mess, but that one's back on its feet. I've got parts and pieces laying everywhere, but it is unwrapped completely. That was the biggest struggle. I started this day off at 9:30. Now granted, like I say, I had to put the clutch together on that. Spent about 3 hours on that, and it is 5:30 right now, so that's pulling that wrap off was definitely difficult. Cleaning all the glue. There's still some glue on this panel. There's a couple panels that I haven't got the glue off of yet, but that is the hardest part of the whole job so far. So next thing will be starting to prep sand and smooth the textures, and that's gonna have to be tomorrow. So signing off for today. All right, guys, Monday afternoon after work, I'm here, Jeff's here.
What's up?
What's up? We're getting back at this X3 project. Shop is a mess, but got to get things dirty to make things look nice. So stay tuned. Right now we're going to work on getting this roof prepped for paint, that door prepped for paint, and starting on the plastics and separating the shiny stuff from the not shiny stuff, so everything can become shiny stuff. Stay tuned. Okay, so forgot to get the camera out. So let me fill you in on what we've been doing today. Door, roof, a lot of sanding. Another door, a lot of sanding. There's Jeff doing some sanding.
Slave labor.
There's all the parts. He's been sanding. There's some more parts. We've been sanding. So far today has been a day of sanding. So we will fill you in when we get some more stuff going on. You're like, all right, back again. Guess what? We're still sanding and killing mosquitoes, which I hope there are no mosquitoes in here when I start painting. Jeff taking a little break.
Break time.
And believe it or not, anybody that's a fan of the blog will be like, hey, that's not Mike Reed, but that is Mike Reed. So I have my very own Mike Reed. We are getting very close. The quarter panels are ready to go. The doors and the roof are ready to go. I got the wing hanging right here, and the hood is somewhere over there. So as soon as we get all these textured pieces wet sanded, we're gonna set up and start spraying the non-textured pieces for tonight. All right, we are currently about 15 minutes away from painting. I'm gonna wash the floor down because it's gonna hold the dust down. Jeff is waxed and greased, removing everything. Mike is running the camera very unexpertly because he doesn't even know how to turn a GoPro on. But we're getting them learning. And we're gonna have a time lapse going for this part because I only have one mask. So the next part we'll have maybe Jeff in here running the camera a little bit. But for this part, we're just gonna have time lapse going, and we're getting ready to spray all of the stuff that was non-textured. We're gonna get painted today. Okay, folks, we are ready to start spraying our custom. They told me to say that. our first base coat down. Now, when we have multiple colors, if Jeff wants to look around, you're gonna see some grays, some blacks, some aluminums actually. When you have multiple colors like this, you want a uniform color to start with. So, when you have a bright color, it's nice to have a bright color underneath. So what I actually have here is a silver. I'm gonna, not a fat coat, but I'm gonna put an even coat of silver on everything we're painting. And that'll just make the red that much more brighter when it's done. And yes, wear a mask. All right, guys. First coat of silver is down, which is, like I say, just a base coat, just to make everything uniform and make everything just pop. Now, we're on to the red.
I can vouch for this, guys. The camera is not doing this justice.
All right, everybody, it's the next day. It's 8 in the morning. We've been in here for a few minutes already and moved some stuff around. Yes, everything did turn out red, even though it looked orange on the camera. That was just the first coat. Again, I didn't have, I think there's some time-lapse video you probably saw, but I didn't have anybody in here actually filming me because I only had one mask. So I've been moving stuff around a little bit because now I have to start doing all the prep work on the textured plastics. Sorry about the noise. It's northern Michigan and it's cold out, so anything that can provide heat in the shop today is running. So you saw, well, maybe you saw, I'm not sure how I put this together yet. I did have some of the textured plastics have already started to be prepped. Those were just ones that were ready when I was ready before, and here is basically the rest of them. There's a couple more pieces hiding, but that's it. All right, a little bit of an update. Been a couple hours since my last one. Everything has got a coat of primer on it. The mid-coat adhesion, plastic mid-coat adhesion promoter has been put on. A flexible primer has been put on, and it has now been sanded once, and we are about to do another coat of that. So that's where we're at right now. All right, guys, it is now the nighttime. Haven't not been here the whole time. Did have a doctor's appointment today, but pretty much still sanding. Sanding is our life at the moment. So we have everything. We're getting ready to put the last coat of primer on. And tomorrow, after we get out of our real jobs, we'll be in here to sand some more. And then we are going to get ready to shoot some more red paint. All right, I'm a bad YouTuber. We've been here for 2 hours. Haven't turned the camera on yet. So, everything is final sanded. We are hosing down floors and getting set up to spray. Again, all of this stuff is going to be sprayed tonight. So hopefully everything works out really good for us. we'll set up a time lapse here in a little bit and you'll get to see what's going on. All right, folks, we are doing our final prep, getting ready for paint on these textured plastics that we smoothed. Jeff's wiping everything down with a prep solvent to get rid of all the wax, grease, fingerprints. Even though he's, obviously putting more fingerprints on it now, this just prep it for paint. So the next step is going to be taping off the stuff that we don't want painted and laying some color down. Okay, so as you can see, there is a lot left to do. We have been sanding for, it's Thursday, we started sanding on Monday. As you also might have noticed, the roof and the quarters are already red. I painted those the other day and I was not happy with a couple things, so I'm just gonna respray them. There's a little scratch here I took care of and a couple little imperfections there that I took care of. So we are getting ready to tape everything off, get everything sprayed red, and we're going to set the time lapse up and bring you along for the ride. Ready? All right, folks, we got our base coat of silver down, and now I'm going around and spraying some red, first coat.
A little bit more. I don't like the air pressure much. I'm not used to it.
All right, folks, while Neil's taking a well-deserved break, I'll give you a little update here. After our base coat of silver, we have our first coat of red on, and we're going to be letting that dry for a little bit, and then we'll take care of any imperfections, and we'll keep going with our other coats of red. You see that it's kind of a dull red. It's not super shiny like what you see on cars and whatnot. That's because this is a base coat paint. And after we get all of our coats of base red on here, we'll be putting on our clear coat. So after this dries up, we'll take care of what we need to take care of, and we'll go back with some more red. All right, folks, things dried up, and we are starting on coat number 2. All right, folks, base coat number 2 of red is dry. We are on to base coat number 3. What number 3 is going to do is basically we're going to be going around and checking everything with a fine-tooth comb, touching up what needs to be touched up, and then we are on to clear coat.
Okay, the textured plastics have color, and they are fairly smooth. The next step is clear coat, and that will really tell the tale on just how smooth we were able to make everything that was textured. Okay, base coats are on. We're happy with the results. It's time to move on to some clear coat. Thank God, because it is 11:23 at night, and I've been going since 7 this morning. You know, one of the downfalls of having a full-time job and doing things for your friends on the side. So we're gonna see if we can make this look good.
Alrighty folks, first coat of clear is down. Let her sit for a bit. Neil's over there making up some new clear coat. And we're gonna hit everything with a second coat. Make everything even shinier than it is now, if you can believe that. Looking good. I don't know how well you can hear me folks because of this mask, but as you can see that with this last coat of clear, Neil really has to take his time to make sure it is perfect. First coat was almost kind of like a base coat like the red was. This is going to be the finished product. So he has to go very slow and make sure every square inch of this is covered evenly. It is harder than it looks, believe me. All right, folks, southbound 75, and we are so tired. Oh my God, what a week. Midnight, 1 a.m., 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. That was our world this week. But there was a light at the end of this I-75 tunnel, and that is wrapping up this X3 project. Neil,
Yeah.
what do you think, buddy?
I think that it was a long week, and I think it's gonna look fantastic when we're done. I can't wait to see it, but I'm looking forward to the project being over. It's been a lot of work, but I think the results are gonna speak for themselves. So just keep heading south to Saginaw to the side-by-side blog headquarters. So I'm gonna put this thing together.
All right, guys and gals, next thing you're going to see from us is inside the shop. We'll do a quick little intro, introduce you to the owner of this wonderful side-by-side, and then give you a nice little time lapse of us sticking this thing back together.
All right, folks, once again, walking into the blog. We've got all of the pieces unloaded. They're currently over there on the floor. And Jeff's over here just starting to cut the stuff of the wrap so we can get the old door skin off, put the new door skin on. We're going to start buttoning up the roof. And we're going to get a time lapse set up for you here and hopefully get some good footage.
All right, folks, about 5 hours later, here we go. How about that?
Better call the fire department.
This is the owner of said car, Randy. What do you think, bud?
You guys did an incredible job. Knocked it out of the park. It's the color I wanted. The clear on it is just mirror tint. I couldn't be happier.
So Neil, what do you got to say about the 80-hour week we just put in?
80 hours.
It wasn't quite 80. It was maybe,
I believe it.
78 and a half.
yeah, 78 and a half. It was a long week. There was several times during the week I said, boy, don't ever ask me to do this again, anybody, but seeing it together, well worth it.
Definitely.
It's amazing. I love it.
Definitely, definitely. So this is a race red. This is actually a Ford color.
We're, I should say we're sitting here inside the side-by-side blog world headquarters. And might even get somebody else that'll give an opinion on it.
Yeah, we're doing the master of the side-by-side blog universe, Mr. Doug Butterfield, is taking care of that engine there. So Doug, what do you think, bud?
Looks really good, man. You guys did a bang-up job. Like, this car is so sharp. Doing all the black plastics just gives it such a custom look. So, you guys did a good job, man.
Awesome, thank you.
I like this resale red too. As soon as
Bet.
Randy leaves, I'm putting this thing on Marketplace. We're gonna fetch a good dime for this one.
Really appreciate you letting us come down here to take it apart, put it back together. It works with our timeline a lot better than waiting for it to be done.
So
So
we appreciate it very much. Thank
No
you.
problem, man. We'll
Appreciate
get
it.
the engine buttoned up here in the next couple days and should be ripping good.
Right.
All right, everybody. We are almost at 5 p.m. We are on our way home, thank God. Day started at 6:30 in the a.m., but as you can see, well worth it. Well worth the time we spent this week. I mean, just amazing. We're very happy, very proud of the work that we did today. So, all in all, everything went great. Owner's happy. We're happy. We're good to go. So, Neil, sign us off, buddy.
I am extremely happy. I I just stood there for 10 minutes looking at that thing. Beautiful. Randy says this summer, if we meet up at the dunes, we get to go for a ride. Awesome. Just great results. As always, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Have a wonderful day.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the video. And remember, stay safe. We will see you on the trails.